The great thing about music is you put certain genres, certain type of songs on for certain type of times and moods and moments in your life. You kind of use music to get you through things. I was part of the CD revolution. So I was part of, PCs having CD burners on them. My first pair of decks were the CD Mix ones, and I loved them. And I learned everything on them. After that, I got my CDJ-3000s. For me, it's comfortability. You see them everywhere, and that's because they are rock solid. Doesn't matter where you go, what version you play on, across the whole line, they are rock solid, and that is what you want as a DJ. It's not just about playing 2 records anymore. It's about the show you can put on. I still love the classic style of DJing. I love having 2 to 4 CDJs there, being able to mix in a very classic way. I don't think I'm ever really gonna move from that. I love being able to mix on the spot, being able to trigger certain visuals, certain types of production on certain type of songs. I think it's going to expand massively from what it is now. I've had a lot of people ask me, do you go in with like a pre-recorded set? Which is, people might not think it is an art to put together, not a pre-recorded mix, a pre-made set where you've got songs there that you are possibly going to go to for your DJ set. But you might put all of those together, get to the venue and realise that everything that you've put together is wrong. So the art for me of DJing is being able to read a crowd, being able to read body language and feel the room, and knowing that maybe if what you've put together isn't going to work, are you able to kind of veer off and be able to still perform and play for the crowd? That's an art. Knowing what people want. What makes me feel confident about stepping up on the decks. Equipment is first and foremost. That part of you feels comfortable because it's something that it's something that you're practicing on every week, and it's part and parcel. It's kind of feeling comfortable up there behind equipment that you know and love, and then it's being in front of crowds that know you for your music and want to be entertained by you. So both work very much hand in hand. Well, the first thing I noticed when we plugged in the new CDJ was the low end. I noticed it was a lot clearer and a lot punchier. I know my speakers in my studio, it sounded different. And not only did it sound different, then when we started going through the loops and the key shifting and certain things that I would have done, which you would have heard the kind of depreciation in the sound a little bit before, wasn't there on this. It sounded completely different. It just feels a lot more performer friendly, this latest CDJ, which I'm very excited about. Well, I think we've gone from having screens which are that big to now it's almost like a computer sitting there, and that, being able to touch the song there and then, be able to touch the waveform, you can do that now, but in a very kind of big way. There's nothing more annoying than knowing that something mixes perfectly and then when it gets to the melodies, they clash. There's nothing worse than that. And being able to literally, by one touch of a button, be able to change the key is going to be a game changer. General public won't even realise, but they will feel it. There's a few different ways I use the CDJ. It's preparation of having loops, being able to quickly scroll to something when I need it and load it. Many a times where I'll put things in loop and use the pitch and create these kind of mad pitched loop rolls. But it's a performance unit. That's for me what it is. What I use hot cues for a lot now are the impacts. Being able to hit that hot cue and it will literally, in mix, it'll kind of be some kind of a explosion or something like that, where it would just create this massive moment in a club by one touch of a button, and then it will go into something. That for me is what I'm using the hot cues for at the minute. Because I think when I'm preparing my hot cues, they're done in a very certain way. I'll have like intro, breakdown, because you've only got, limited amount there. But now having the full 8 there, you're going to be able to have so many different sections of the track. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be able to not only have the kind of energy points, I'll be able to have some of the looping points that I might have wanted to have had before. I started out when CDs were a thing, and you would mix those CDs and that was it. There was no effects really. Now it's a completely different thing, and it's exciting because at the touch of a button, you can go to a drop, you can go to a melody loop, you can go to anywhere and seamlessly mix this. It feels like you're not only the DJ, it feels like you're the kind of live stage performer. It feels like you're the production guy. It just feels like you've got so much more of a handle on everything these days, and that wasn't something that was available when I started out.